Hello friends, David here, and I am here with the FC Popplio and week 1 of the UBC against Verd and his Tampa Bay Frogadiers. I have played Verd before, if you recall. Last season in the MPL Minors, we played him in our third place match that decided who went to majors and who stayed back in minors. I unfortunately lost due to some unfortunate misses and just general it was a little unlucky, but that's besides the point. This is the UBC now, and we have a really cool team that I will go over in just a second. I'm going to run down the names of all of his mods. He has Talonflame, Shaman, Zapdos, Kyurem, Diggersby, Hitmontop, Clefable, Toxapex, Bronzong, Mega Sableye, and Trapinch. You know our team. Let's just sort of touch on what we're bringing. We have a Poisonium Z, Jolly Scolipede with Jab, Megahorn, Protect, Baton Pass to has speed to the Espeon, which is a really weird spread that's super physically defensive with a modest nature, stored power Gleam, and a Chulon Berry. It's a stored power set. Adamant Mega Garchomp with SD, Lumberry Talonflame with SD, Reflect, U-Turn Serena Fizdef for just setting up a screen to help sweep later on, and last but not least a Scarf Circuitry. So let's just jump right into the battle. Turn 1, I decide to lead, looking at his matchup, I decide to lead with Scolipede, predicting either the Clefable, the Kyurem, the Bronzong, or maybe the Diggersby. Just looking at his team composition, I expected Calm Mind, Sableye, some type of Clef, potentially Rocks, maybe Unaware, bulky Zapdos to sort of deal with my Talonflame, a Subroost Kyurem or Specs Kyurem. Calm Mind Bronzong was something I was really expecting. Maybe Calm Mind with Rocks was possible. And then Diggersby, I was expecting like Banded and maybe a Scarf Kyurem or a Scarf Zapdos. Or then it was going to be the Scarfer, because not having a Scarfer on a really fat, stally team is kind of weird. So I'm just going to start up like I said. And I'm leading with Scolipede as he leads with Sableye. I don't like this matchup because I don't have a way to beat this. And sort of to dodge the Wisp, I go into my Talonflame as he goes for Foul Play, and I get the Flame Body. And thankfully I ran Flame Body. I Roost as he Calm Minds, I expected him to. And here, knowing that a burned Foul Play will do nothing to me, I'm just going to SD in his face, because Foul Play would do 50% like it did the turn I switched in. If I'm at +2, it's as if it was neutral. So I just click SD as he goes for the Shadow Ball this time, and it does more than that. And I decide here, well, as long as he doesn't recover, if he recovers, then I'm in kind of a weird spot, because I'm just gonna attack. I have a couple reasons not to. Like, I could potentially Roost up as he recovers here. That was sort of my big decision making here. Do I Roost as he do I Roost / SD again as he goes for a recover here to sort of let me kill myself to recoil? Or do I just attack, believing him to understand that, and just go for a Shadow Ball or a Foul Play or whatever? It was kind of a 50-50 here, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Oh, wait, no, I was right. I'm thinking about next turn. I do Roost here as he goes for the recover, because I'm a legend, and I Flare Blitz crit him. This is the part I was talking about. This is actually huge, because with Sableye gone, regardless of what he went for, whether it was Shadow Ball or whatever, if he recovered again, good on him. But him losing his Sableye here is so massive, because it was his main stop to like all of my offense. Because now I have a +2 Talonflame staring at him in the face, and his best answer to it is living a hit with Zapdos and revenging me. So here's what he does. He does go into the Zapdos, confirming that it's either Scarf or defensive. I scout for it to be Scarf and go for a Flare Blitz as he roars me out and shows me it's defensive. Here, I run the calcs and Poison Jab has maybe a 60% chance to kill, and I'm like, well, that's as good a chance as any. So I go for it. I do get the roll. I think it was 60. It might have been higher. I think it was like a low roll was like 25. And here, with my +1 speed, I'm just gonna Acid Downpour, knowing that there's a Kebia Berry, but I want to pop it. Because popping it's kind of important to bring it low enough for the rest of my team. He Fire Blasts me, and I'm like, well, that's fine. I'm just gonna Poison Jab again, and that's going to kill. And then he goes into, what does he go into again? He goes into his Diggersby. Now, I see the Diggersby, I'm like, alright, so this is either gonna set up on me, and I'm fucked, or he's gonna quick attack me. And so I decide to sort of scout. I make the really risky play of protecting here on potentially a Swords Dance, but I figured that Garchomp can live a hit. I had a Chillon Berry on my Espeon. What's her name? Serena's Super Fizdef and outspeeds Adamant Diggersby. I felt like I was fine to just click Protect, so I do so as he reveals to actually be Scarfed and go for U-turn. And I see U-turn, so I think Scarf. I could be wrong, but I decide to Baton Pass here. And instead of going to my Espeon on the U-turn, I go into my Garchomp, knowing that I can get some Rocky Helmet damage. And I'm not expecting him to predict this and go for an Ice Punch if he's not choiced, but I am expecting him to be choice Scarfed. As he goes for a U-turn, does 31, which is ridiculous. And he goes into Bronzong. Now, on this Bronzong, I click Crunch because I know it's a 2-hit KO even if he's Fizdef. As he goes for a Calm Mind, I don't know if he was expecting me to click Rocks or if he was expecting me to be like Jolly, or I'm not sure what his thought process there, but he was kind of on the back foot. He needed me to make a misplay, and I decided to just hit him with an Adamant Crunch. If I was like Fire Blast or something else, then he would be in a really good spot. I was the one set his Bronzong probably couldn't deal with. So yeah, Crunch even gets the defense drop, which ultimately didn't matter because it was a roll. And as you could see, he decides to forfeit, not wanting to waste my time or his own time, because Garchomp was just going to get 3 kills here. He was not Habanberry on his Kyurem. His Diggersby didn't live a hit. And yeah, that was pretty much game. And we end up taking a 6-0 week 1 against the Bird in a really unfortunate Sableye crit. Won us the game. And yeah, it's not great to win like that. And I could say it's one could argue it might be justifiable for the last time me and him played, but it's not a way you want to win either way. Like, he didn't feel great about beating me in minors. I'm not feeling too hot beating him in UBC, but you know, it's the game we play, it's Pokemon, it's a game of chance. And so with that, I will bid you all a farewell, and I will see you guys next week for UBC, as well as next week for MPL stuff as well. So, peace.